Buckle up for an adrenaline-fueled ride through 30 spine-chilling animal encounters that will leave you breathless. A woman can be heard talking in Russian through the video, seemingly calling her mom for help, terrified.
А их не вижу. А, вот. Мамочки, Роме.
At first, the reason why she is scared is unclear, but moments later, as the camera pans through the forest, something frightening can be seen.
Ой, мамочки.
Furthermore, it seems like she isn't the only one stuck in this situation, as she can be seen camping on top of the tree with a man. Wild boars are unlikely to reach you while you're on top of a tree, as they are not skilled climbers, but it's essential to stay cautious. If you think that seeing a few boars below you is terrifying, what would be your reaction if you look down and see this?
Снимаю. Ален, посмотрел кабанов? Тихо говори.
The boars ignore them after a while, but the video cuts without showing the conclusion. A boar slowly approaches a man, taking a picture of it while he is being recorded by his friend hiding behind him. Undoubtedly filled with fear and adrenaline, the man surprisingly remains calm and does not run away as soon as the animal approaches him. He keeps his composure and keeps taking close-up pictures of the animal, creating this very terrifying sight. Wild boars can close the distance surprisingly quickly, reaching speeds of up to 30 miles per hour in short bursts when they feel threatened or provoked. Things could end pretty badly for him, seeing that he has nowhere to run and nothing to use to protect himself from the wild boar. Thankfully, the animal decides to leave him alone and not bother him. A tourist camp is suddenly put into lockdown after an uninvited guest decides to march in and pays them a heart-stopping visit. Despite the horrifying giant walking around and grazing in the middle of the camp, a couple of tourists still refuse to hide out of curiosity. Bison can close the distance at a surprisingly fast pace, reaching speeds of up to 35 miles per hour when they charge, making them dangerous animals. Unaware of this, or worse, ignoring this fact, some of the tourists in the camp still risk angering it by showing themselves near the herbivore. The gigantic bison continues to mind its own business, ignoring the tourists, which is probably for the betterment of everybody involved. It's a mystery as to what happens next, as the video ends abruptly. A man can be seen slowly coming to a stop on his snowbike after he unexpectedly encounters a moose in the middle of the trail. The animal seems a bit curious and decides to approach him slowly, prompting him to make loud sounds to try and scare it away. Despite his efforts, the herbivore continues to approach him and eventually does something very unexpected, enough to make a grown man scream. After screaming at the moose, it backs away as if trying to retreat, but unluckily for both of them, it was just charging up.
Hey, hey, hey! Get!
The number of shots required to kill a moose depends on factors like shot placement and firearm caliber. but it typically takes multiple, well-placed shots. This encounter does not end peacefully, like most of the encounters in this video. A fully grown cheetah can be seen approaching a man, making him freeze in fear, afraid of what it might do if he moves.
Ni te menes, ni te menes, ni te menes, que no se mueva ni Dios.
Surprisingly, the predator does not attack the man and continues walking forward, but he is still very close by and still in attack range. The predator walks past him though, but the man, an adventurer at heart, follows the animal, capturing this incredible footage.
Estancia prudencial. Cualquier cosa, tío, si salta o algo, tú ni te muevas, ¿vale? Que se quede solo conmigo.
While cheetahs are typically not a significant threat to humans, they can be dangerous when cornered or provoked, although such incidents are rare. As previously said, it is best to avoid confrontations with cheetahs and any wild animal in general, so what he is doing here is inadvisable.
Si os dais cuenta, está muy relajado porque hace un calor que te... Hace vientillo, pero esta es la hora más calurosa del día. No lo voy a tocar ni de...
The predator sleeps it off, though, and continues ignoring him, sparing the man. An old couple can be seen struggling to move forward on a trail after getting stuck in a very unfortunate situation.
Mira el bicho, tío. Se ha bajado aquí, al pantano. Míralo. Y está ahí con la gente que tiene comida.
The woman in the video can be seen holding her small dog, protecting it from the very aggressive and hostile wild boar. The animal seems very interested in their backpack, probably because of the smell of food from inside it.
¡Hala! Se le ha tirado la comida, ¿eh? ¡Buah! Vale, le está atacando a la mujer, tío.
Now, the smart thing to do in this encounter is to surrender the backpack and distance yourself, but it looks like she really loves that backpack.
¡Buah! Ahora, mira, le muerde la bolsa, tío. Buah, déjala que...
Wild boars can be highly dangerous when provoked or cornered, as they possess sharp tusks, powerful bodies, and a tendency to charge aggressively to defend themselves. The animal inevitably wins, though, as it tears her bag up and grabs the spoils. A van with a family of 3 inside is put to a stop after slowly approaching a very large moose walking at the side of the road.
We're allowed to?
Ay, güey, qué chula de animal.
She's so cool.
Despite its large size, the driver still stops beside it, either fully confident in himself or too trusting in the giant wild herbivore beside him.
Ya, ahora sí estamos buscándole pleito.
I like his horns. His horns and his chin. Look at his chin.
Moose can be dangerous to humans when they feel threatened, as they are large, powerful animals capable of causing injury with their hooves and antlers. When provoked by humans, moose may exhibit aggressive behavior, such as charging, stomping, or using their sharp hooves and antlers to defend themselves. In this video, the driver can be seen clearly provoking the wild animal by being close and staring right at the animal's face.
No le gustó.
The moose remains the bigger mammal, literally and figuratively, and leaves them alone. A boar can be seen swimming from another island towards 2 men who were fishing and are now recording the encounter. Wild boars are strong swimmers and can swim at speeds of up to 6 miles per hour or 10 kilometers per hour for short distances.
Venga, péscalo. Échale. Tú, pero que viene pa' aquí, chaval. La puta.
Not realizing this, they do not run away and fail to notice how fast the distance between them is being closed, despite recording it.
Sube. Mira qué cacharro, tío. Ese no sube. Mira qué cacharro. No, que no sube.
Even after the boar reaches the shore, they still continue recording it up close as it stares at them menacingly.
Sí, muerde. Aquí no subes. No, no, que este no sube. No sube. Hostia, chaval. Pues descuídate que no sea...
Wild boars can potentially kill or seriously injure humans, particularly when they feel threatened or cornered, as they are powerful animals with sharp tusks. We don't see that in this clip, though, as the wild animal runs away and hides. If you think giraffes are cute, you might not think the same way after watching this extremely frightening scene.
Watch it, watch it.
The animal can be seen chasing them relentlessly as the people inside the open Jeep laugh in fear and nervousness. Despite not being dangerous to humans as they are peaceful herbivores, giraffes can become defensive if provoked and may use their powerful legs to defend themselves. They look like they're enjoying the chase, but we all know what they're really feeling. A hiker records a large mountain lion investigating him, making for this incredibly beautiful yet blood-chilling clip.
Las probabilidades de que te encuentres un puma frente a frente son pocas, pero no nulas. Esta chica de Centroamérica grabó el momento justo cuando un puma se acercó.
The hiker can't do anything but stand still and wait for the animal to do something, as running is not an option that should be considered. Mountain lions, or cougars, are potentially dangerous to humans due to their predatory nature, but attacks are rare as these animals usually avoid confrontations.
Muy extraña. Prácticamente es como si nosotros encontráramos un alienígena. Lo que debes hacer cuando tienes un encuentro con animales salvajes como este caso.
They can launch a surprise attack on humans with incredible speed, covering short distances at speeds of up to 40 miles per hour. It's honestly surprising how this wild predator hasn't jumped on the offensive yet, even getting nervous in some parts of the clip.
Si vas acompañado con amigos, lo mejor es que todos se junten y, en dado caso de que sea muy necesario, espantarlo pero juntos. Y en este caso...
The short clip ends there, and what happens next in the encounter is unknown. This petrifying encounter starts off right away as we see a very large wild boar charging at a hunter, making for this horrifying scene. He tries catching the boar by its neck, only to fail. Luckily, he has his bloodhound by his side, protecting him and distracting the boar. Killing wild boars can be challenging due to their strength, agility, and protective hides, which often require skilled hunters or specific methods for effective control. The hunter immediately gets back up on his feet, though, and incredibly subdues the boar by timing its charges, enabling him to pin it. It ends without conclusion to the encounter, but it seems that he is safe. Two men record a moose that is nursing two calves standing in the middle of the road as they approach them. The female moose refuses to go away, treating the two men in the truck as a potential danger to her calves. The men, just wanting to get past the animals, continue driving slowly, but the moose was having none of it. After the charge, the men still try to get past them in their truck, prompting the female moose to do something terrifying. Get out of here! After realizing that they had no other choice, they decided to make a break for it, only to be followed closely by the herbivore. It eventually gives up after a while, allowing the men to leave. A black rhino slowly approaches a Jeep filled with tourists, making everyone inside the Jeep very nervous and afraid. Rhinos are incredibly fast and can charge at speeds of up to 35 miles per hour or 56 kilometers per hour when they feel threatened or provoked. It bluff charges at them multiple times, worsening the already dire situation the tourists in the open jeep are in. Rhinos possess immense strength, capable of flipping vehicles and trees effortlessly, owing to their powerful bodies that can weigh several thousand pounds. After a few of these bluff charges, the giant animal eventually gets enough courage to do something that will make your blood run cold.
Hey! 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 Mama!
Thankfully, it didn't follow through as it runs away after the jeep gets started. The video begins with a guide carefully explaining the savannah tour to a tourist, trying to teach her what to do when encountering wild animals.
Similar to yesterday, when we walk in, we'll just walk in single file, okay?
In the next few seconds of the clip, the video shows how they were able to track lions in the savannah. Finally, they see one, and they immediately stop to give it some distance, only to be surprised when something comes up near them.
It's Daniel. We have 3 big male lions here.
Lions can run at speeds of up to 50 miles per hour or 80 kilometers per hour in short bursts when chasing prey. They slowly back away while facing the animal, trying not to run despite the immense pressure from the predator's growls.
I've got it. I'm in between you and him. Trust me.
Oh, God.
Don't worry. Slowly, slowly. Okay. Let's go back that way. Slowly. Don't worry.
Imagining what would have happened if they panicked and ran is just chilling. A group of men staying on top of a roof are scared as a bear can be seen walking through a small village. At first, the predator doesn't seem to be too interested in them, but the loud sounds causes the bear to be aggressive and do this. The men immediately run away, prompting the predator to chase them as it successfully climbs to the roof. Bears can run at speeds of up to 35 miles per hour or 56 kilometers per hour in short sprints. In addition, bears are surprisingly agile for their size, capable of climbing trees and navigating various terrains with ease, but their agility varies among species. What happens next is unclear as the video ends abruptly. A jeep filled with tourists traverses a savanna filled with animals, especially short-tempered rhinos. One of the female tourists notices this and makes a remark, but the tour guide continues driving to get past said rhinos.
Really close to the rhinos, Michael.
The short tempers of these giant animals are quickly shown on full display after one of the rhinos decides to do this.
Back off, boy! Back off! Back off!
Nobody can do anything but hope for the best as the animal refuses to back down, still remaining on the offensive. A charging rhino is incredibly strong, possessing the power to overturn vehicles and cause significant damage due to its massive size and momentum. The animal ultimately decides to back down and leave the tourists alone. A driver immediately pulls to a stop and starts recording after encountering a puma on the side of the road. This triggers the curiosity of this dangerous animal, prompting it to walk closer towards the man. Mountain lions can close the distance quickly, often pouncing on prey at a burst of up to 40 miles per hour when hunting. This doesn't seem to scare the driver, though, as he can be heard calling and daring the predator to get closer. It seems like the puma is the smarter mammal this time, leaving after a while. A jeep comes to a stop after encountering two large male lions blocking the road and refusing to move aside. The people inside the jeep are unable to do anything, choosing to record the encounter rather than challenging the animals. The predator doesn't seem to mind them, though, choosing to ignore them and go on about their lives. It seems like these predators have already eaten, which is good for both sides. A small family of tourists can be seen recording rhinos blocking the road, preventing them from going through. They still remain calm despite the situation they are in, even after one of the rhinos walks past them.
No.
This isn't the end of their terrors, though, as shortly after this, the other rhino decides to have a closer look. Thankfully, the giants leave them alone and go on with their days. This intense encounter begins with an explorer walking through the jungle in search of animals to film. His wishes are quickly granted after he manages to find two elephants cruising through the jungle.
No te muevas.
He stands still in order to not trigger the animals, but this proves to be challenging after the herbivores do this.
Tranquilo. Estamos aquí parados. No se mueve nadie. No se mueve nadie.
His cameramen walk away as he is left there standing still, de-escalating the situation.
Salir, por favor, salir, por favor. Salir, por favor. Salir, por favor.
In the end, the giants leave him alone and allow him to back away. A large brown bear can be seen swimming from another island towards the island a group of fishermen are fishing on.
With all of us here, you can't do much. Yeah. You've got to run them off. Unfortunately, we can't cut them off now.
Oh, he's coming.
The men are visibly concerned about this, but they stand their ground and continue recording the encounter. Brown bears are strong swimmers and can swim at speeds of around 5 miles per hour or 8 kilometers per hour for short distances. The bear inevitably reaches their island, terrifying and stunning them after it decides to do this.
All right, don't worry. Hey there! He's coming, man. Reel him in. We'll send him on.
One of the men fights the bear by throwing rocks at it as the others attempt to run away and hide. Thankfully, the bear backs down and doesn't harm the fishermen. You may not see it at first glance as it blends well with the environment, but make sure to look closer and you'll see something terrifying.
This is so crazy.
The person recording does not know what to do, which gives the predator the chance to do this.
Hey, Mr. Mountain Lion.
Even after bluff charging, the curiosity of the cat leads it to investigate him once more by doing this.
Going.
Puma attacks on humans are relatively rare, with only a small number of documented incidents occurring in North America. Same case here, which is probably in the best interest of both. Two men record and capture pictures of a large elephant they encountered on a trail. The men are incredibly close to the animal, endangering both of their lives after the elephant decides to do this. Amazingly, he manages to stop the charge with a mere wave of his hands, shocking his friend as well as himself. Elephants can be dangerous due to their size and strength, but they are typically peaceful animals. However, provoked or stressed elephants may exhibit aggressive behavior. Thankfully, no one was harmed during the encounter as the animal backs away. A car attempts to drive on a dirt road despite having a large rhino attacking it from the back.
Por favor, amigos. Uy, no puedo creer lo que está pasando aquí. No puedo creerlo.
The spectators are both in awe and fear as they witness the horrifying attack happening before them. The driver pushes through the attack, knowing that he is done for as soon as he stops the car.
No manches, graben eso, por favor, graben eso. Porque nos encerraron.
Y otra vez le va a pegar, güey. Sí, ahí va.
Rhinos can be highly aggressive when they feel threatened or provoked, using their powerful bodies and sharp horns to defend themselves. It is unknown what happens next as the trees cover the scene. A couple driving on an open road hit the brakes after encountering a herd of horses blocking the middle of the road.
Oh, pobrecito.
The horses clear out as soon as they see cars approaching, but some of them don't back down.
Y se quedó ahí. Ay, mancha, la mora.
They attempt to drive through the traffic, only to be greeted by some angry studs in the herd.
Se la choreaba porque estaba pasando todo el horario, estos son callos salvajes.
No one was seriously injured throughout the encounter, which is fortunate. The clip begins with a tour guide leading a group of tourists towards a large elephant minding its own business. They walk towards it closer and closer, angering the animal and making it do this.
Steady. Step. Hey, steady, my boy. Steady.
After stopping at the first charge, their breaths are immediately taken away again after it does this.
Hey, steady. Now don't move. Hey. Stop, my boy. Stop, my boy. Steady. That's enough.
They decide to go low and submit to the animal when, all of a sudden, it finally has enough.
Hey, stop. Hey. Steady, my boy. Steady. Take it easy.
Fortunately, no one was harmed in the encounter, despite the close calls. A hunter starts to record a deer he encounters while hiking for something to hunt. Unfortunately, the herbivore sees it too soon, and his dogs immediately run toward it, making this happen.
puta, que me ha atacado.
No one got injured during the encounter, and they leave unharmed. 2 large rhinos can be seen approaching an open jeep from behind, containing excited and adventurous tourists.
I think they're following us. There's a god coming behind them.
With the 2 large herbivores getting dangerously close, the driver decides to step on the gas, only to be met with a terrifying surprise.
Have you ever been told, oh, it's gone into gallop?
The 2 rhinos are surprisingly able to keep up with the jeep, making the tourists inside laugh in excitement and nervousness. The chase is a long way from over, as the animals can be seen not slowing down or getting tired from the long chase.
They seem actually quite light on their feet once they start running, eh?
They're still babies, they're not so big.
Yeah.
Despite what their large size may convey, rhinos are excellent runners with incredible stamina, able to outrun an average human. The jeep eventually stops, also stopping the 2 giants following it from behind. A group of tourists can be seen talking with the locals during a boat ride to the next island.
Was that before the fence was there?
No, the fence was there.
Oh my god.
But what, they just closed the fence. You know, there's some people, if you tell them do this,
The video goes on normal at first, but everything changes after something extremely shocking happens.
Pump
Get out of the water
So,
It doesn't seem like the hippo got to them, which is fortunate. 2 men can be seen riding the back of a very aggressive and agitated elephant. The massive herbivore, filled with rage, charges towards a helpless tricycle, obliterating it in mere seconds with its sheer power and fury. The clip ends abruptly, and what happens to the men riding it is unknown. Thanks for watching until the end. Check out this other video you might also like. I'll see you there.